r/ask Reddit. What is your best insult without swearing? I once asked a girl, "Where have you been all my life?" Her response was, "I don't know, but I wish I was still there." That's rough, buddy. In 2004 I once told a girl, "You're like Visa, everywhere I want to be." She giggled and then went on with her life. In 2013, while drunk at a wedding after party of one of my best friends, I was sharing stories of dumb things I did as a teen and young adult to a table full of people when a very pretty lady sitting on her fiance's lap drunkenly slurred out, "Where have you been all my life?" To which I replied, "I'm not sure, but I got here as fast as I could." The two of them left soon after that statement was made. You're a conversation starter, not when you are around but once you leave. Some cause happiness wherever they go, others whenever they go. Oscar Wilde. Oscar Wilde was absolutely amazing. He wrote so many of my favorite quotes of all time. I bet your parents change the subject when their friends ask about you. Lot of therapists getting phone calls right now after reading this. I ducking wish they would. Dad just had a laundry list of shit that I needed to change to be more successful. I got straight A's, lettered in Latin and AP Physics, and took all AP classes. Dad, no shit, I wasn't getting out for more exercise or doing more pleasure reading. I had 4 hours of homework a night. I envy the people who haven't met you. I'm lonely, not desperate. I find the fact that you lived this long both surprising and disappointing. This one is really good. Haven't heard it before. I only use it on rare occasions. Your grades say marry rich, but your face says study harder. Or honey, you're not pretty enough to be this dumb. I wish for just one time you could stand in my shoes. You'd know what a drag it is to see you. Not mine, but still good. Credit to Letterkenny. Buddy, you couldn't wheel a tire down a hill. Dad's old one is couldn't pour piss out of a boot with the instructions written on the heel. If you're spice, you'd be flour. Bob's Burgers FTW. I don't know that it actually counts as an insult, but I once had to deal with this a-hole who repeatedly told my girlfriend that he was in love with her and she should leave me for him. He messaged me once to say that he was a better man than me. I just replied, while you're laying awake thinking of her, she's laying awake thinking of me. It takes a special kind of burn to be felt over a Texas heatwave. This is one of them. You should have at least called an ambulance before dropping that bomb. My days of not taking you seriously are certainly coming to a middle. You weren't burdened with an overabundance of schooling. I'm genuinely excited to never interact with you again. Ha 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 ha, this is worthy a medal. So if I had one, that is. You have a great face for radio. And a voice for newspaper. If you were the light at the end of the tunnel, I'd turn back around. Somewhere somehow you are robbing a village of an idiot. Had the person being spoken to been me, I'd have cracked up there and then. You have the personality of a slightly tilted picture frame. You have the personality of a disposable camera. You are as handsome as you are smart. Confused face, my point exactly. Someone told me that and I was confused because I'm attractive, and isn't it a common stereotype that if you're attractive you're dumb? Also, I'm fairly smart. Somewhere, a tree is crying because it worked so hard to make that oxygen you're wasting. You should carry a plant with you to replace the oxygen you waste. You are one of those people who would be enormously improved by death. Bless your heart. This one is so underrated. X. Having moved from the north to the south, I had no idea it was an insult until I lived there a couple years. I've used Play-Doh with a stronger core than you. You and I will rot the exact same way when we're dead. A favorite in dealing with entitled people. At the end of the game, the king and the pawn go back into the same box. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries. Which is actually pretty insulting, as hamsters procreate quite fast, and elderberries were used to make wine, so mom's a hoe and dad's a drunk. Also, elderberries, or, more accurately, the elderflower that precedes them, have a distinct smell of piss. They smell kinda like an old man who hasn't washed in some time. If I throw a stick, will you leave? How do you not wear a helmet? I need to remember this one for a few people. Unfortunately, the ones I think who could use it are those who also complain about helmet laws on motorcycles. You're a cotton-headed ninny muggins. They said no swearing. I'd call you dumb as a rock, but at least a rock can hold a door open. Diarrhea of the mouth and constipation of the brain. I like to go to Shakespeare, you blocks, you stones, you worse than senseless things, a most notable coward, an infinite and endless liar, an hourly promise breaker, the owner of no one good quality. I am sick when I do look on the more of your conversation would infect my brain. Dude could write. In a world full of soup you would eat with a fork. Better as you are a fork in a world of soup. Originally said by Noel Gallagher of Oasis fame about his brother Liam. Calling them by a characteristic or article of clothing they are wearing, whatever you say, haircut, or sure thing sunglasses, it will bother them long after the comment. My mother always told me to be nice or be quiet. I presume you've not heard from yours in years. Anything can sound like an insult if you just say it aggressively enough. I called my husband a mulch raker. It sounds quite insulting. We were cleaning up after a hurricane and he started raking the mulch. The mulch is literally ground up tree parts. Why are we cleaning it? Our cleanup attempts devolved into us throwing mulch at each other and yelling "you dirty mulch raker" and cackling while our neighbors watched. I absolutely love slamming people with bozo. I feel bad for the person that had to wait 9 months for a kid and it was you. A fun one for the holidays. I believe in Santa more than I believe in you. You first slice of bread. Everyone's touched you but no one wants you. The best of you ran into the bedsheets, didn't it? Out to lunch with co-workers. The conversation turned to marriage. If we were married, I'd kill you, said the office manager to me. If we were married I would kill myself, was my reply. Archer, what are you hourly? Me. Who velcros your shoes for you in the morning? It's refreshing to meet someone in such full embrace of their own ignorance. Ma'am, you're about as hot as Siberia and as bright as the abyss. The only thing I can see you being good for is dropping the property value of an entire city block. I've had better head from a nickel beer. Call someone a dry cleaned cum sock usually confuses them and you get to insult them one more time like a Pokemon battle. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.